So I am swatching Oscar today. I know the name is called, like, the polish's name is Scram, but I really think Sally Hansen should have named the character, like the polishes, after the character. So I'm gonna call it Oscar. He is Oscar, all right. And I'm swatching Oscar today, and here we have. It reminded me of this Wet and Wild nail polish I have in the color Twinning Vines. So I thought it would be fun to kind of go off brand, not off brand because I'm not a brand, but kind of like step away from nail polish today since this is going to involve vintage cosmetics. I don't have a lot of Wet and Wild nail polish. I was into Wet and Wild's eyeshadow. I was into Pure Ice nail polish and Wet and Wild eyeshadow. And although this one looks really similar to Oscar, it's not. It's a glitter. Oscar is a frost. And here, I don't know if you want to see my foot, so here's a forewarning. There's my big toe. I swatched Twinning Vines on my big toe. See, completely different finish, completely different color. Wet and Wild is a glitter, and Oscar is a frost. I've only seen this kind of a nail polish 2 times. You see how the little glitter particles separate and they're silver? And that means that the base is actually green and covering those silver particles to give it that really, really pretty frosty effect. Yeah. This I've only seen in 2 other colors, and they're both from my vintage Pure Ices. One is a lemonade and one is blushed. We'll get into into lemonade down the road because it did have a reformulation and it switched colors, and I do have both. Blushed I have already swatched. And what's really cool with these kind of nail polishes is when you clean them off, you see the little silver underneath. Like, you'll start to see the silver. It's actually quite cool. And yeah. So yeah, they're not the same color. They look very different. One's painted on. This is a glitter. This one's a frost. But I figured, why not take the opportunity and like share a little bit more than just nail polish. So this is my personal care cart, and I'm not as, I don't have as much stuff as like some of the people that show like entire rooms of cosmetics because I'm very finicky. I have to really like something, and if I like something, I always buy 2 of it. So I only have 2 carts like this. This is my used cart, and then I have my backup cart. Some of my backups are in this cart because I've been kind of like going between the 2 of them, trying to find some like nail polishes and other things like I think I dug out some of my Caboodle stuff and some of my vintage Bon Bell stuff. So I kind of messed up, but essentially it goes skincare, makeup, miscellaneous, like that. So like down here I've got the backup Oscar the Grouch sponge. I have a bunch of new nail polishes. Some are the ones that I got in today's surprise gift. Some are ones that I picked up on my own that need to be swatched and put away into essentially the box that I have under my bed. But for now, they're in here. So we're going to go in here. And here is that backup of Twinning Vines. It was from Wet n Wild's limited edition Flora collection. There isn't a date on the box, unfortunately. But I was obsessed with these eyeshadow trios. And you'll see what I mean. Here's an old Caboodles thing. I know the box is in bad shape, but I bought it that way when I worked at Eckerd's. It was like that. And it hasn't gotten any further damage, but that's how it was. Remember how everything, you had to be shimmery and glittery everywhere, and this is like a body powder sponge. Here is something I found at Dollar Tree. I actually have a lot of Dollar Tree stuff. I found all of these at Dollar Tree. I back up new products. For example, I set my face to my sunblock because I love South Korean sunblock and skincare. I absolutely love it. I can't always afford it, even though it's more affordable than most American skincare. You can't coupon it the way you do with American skincare. So I end up a lot of the time with the cheaper version, like a cheaper Neutrogena or something that's more readily available here in the US. And the thing I don't like about American sunscreens is no matter what kind I use, when it gets in my eyes and it stings. But, I am melanin challenged. I do burn, so I have to use it. So what I do is I set it. I set it with a powder. I hate CoverGirl, actually, but it was on sale and I got it for free. Here's another freebie because of the coupons and the sales. So this is the backup. That one's ending, getting finished up. So I buy the things on sale ahead of time. Anyway, I have some skincare in here. Here's a cute Wet n Wild brush I found at Dollar Tree. There's another Caboodles thing. So here are like all these palettes. Like I have the trios, I have the 6 pans. I don't have every single one of them. I do have a lot of them, and I do have duplicates of all of these guys. So in my backup cart, I have my duplicates. But the reason why I don't have every single release they ever did is because Wet n Wild is notorious for re-releasing the same colors. Where is that other pan? Hold on. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here it is. Look at that. That's the exact same blue. And these are palettes from what? The mid 2000s? Let me show you that same blue in a 90s palette. Here we have that same blue in this vintage Wet n Wild palette. I actually have to clean this one up quite a bit. What happened was the white eyeshadow in that one broke, and when I was a kid, I didn't know that you can repress them with alcohol, but I tried to repress it with water instead, and that ended up making the pan underneath rust, and it kind of ruined the eyeshadow. So I actually have to scrape it out, remove the little rusted parts of the eyeshadow, clean the pan, and repress it. Not a big deal, but I'm kind of sad that I did that. So yeah, they re-release the same color. And now when I go in and I see like the new packaging, it's essentially all the same old colors, only new packaging. This is a Physicians Formula eyeshadow. Look how pretty the packaging used to be. Wasn't that gorgeous? I have 4 of these, and there were, I think, 3 different colors. Do you remember also these kind of like CD eyeshadows? They were like really popular. I don't think these lip glosses are any good anymore, but I'm sure the eyeshadows are. I'm not really worried about the lip glosses. I bought them. I think these are my backups. I actually used up the ones that, because the thing with me is like if I find something I like, I buy 2 of it. For example, back here is my Gwen Stefani Urban Decay collection when she collabed with them. I know she has her own makeup line now. I don't know. I can't really get into Give Beauty, though. I think it's overpriced for what it is. I really do. So I kind of can't get into her makeup brand, but I did love the Urban Decay collab, and I got both the eyeshadow palette, the blush palette, all the lipsticks, all the lip glosses, and I have backup, so I have 2 of everything. I have one set that I use on it for myself, and then I have another set as like a collectible, along with her perfume, and now all of her OPI collab nail polishes. So that was like one of the collections I really wanted to, and I finally completed it. It took me 10 years to complete that nail polish collection, and like it took me a while to complete the makeup collection too, because it was mostly through sales, gift cards, and I would I think I ended up getting everything for like $250. I got like over, I think, $1,000 worth of makeup for like $250 between sales, coupons, and things like that. So that was a little splurge that I did back when this came out, just to have it all. I really wanted that collection. But see, like, I have a lot of Dollar Tree. I have to reorganize this. The only other thing I ever bought was the Tati palette, because I liked her. She's like the only makeup influencer I like. But yeah. Oh, look, this is an old Hot Topic eyeshadow. I think I have a backup for it too. But yeah, I used to post skincare content and makeup content, but I kind of fell out of doing that. And that's why a lot of these have D's on them. So the D means done. Because I couldn't think of how to do my eyeshadow every day. So what I would do is I would just follow the instructions on the back of these guys, right? And then I'd post the look. And the thing is doing the makeup isn't as fun as the nail polish, because with the nail polish content, you get to talk to other people that like the same stuff. And like when you're posting like makeup related content, it requires you to post your face, and then you get these like people soliciting you, like literally soliciting you, and they're sending you inappropriate messages and inappropriate photos. And I found that extremely disheartening. I did not like that at all. So I kind of gave up on doing that. And then I just started randomly going through my old nail polish, and I shared some of my vintage nail polish. And like one of the, like, because I was kind of feeling depressed and wanting to reminisce about that time, and I wanted to like go back to that time, but I couldn't. And I felt like the only way I can go back through to that time is to use stuff from that time, whether it's makeup or nail polish. And I posted somewhat like a nail polish, and then someone was like, my favorite color is blue, and then I was like, my favorite color is blue too, and I shared all of my blue Pure Ice nail polishes, and that video kind of went a little crazy. I ended up getting like 30,000 views on that video in 3 days, which I thought was kind of like, it was kind of wild, because I never experienced my phone being pinging like that before. It went crazy, and it was exciting, and like I ended up gaining a lot of friends from that, like, or like people that enjoy the same kind of stuff as me, and like will comment back and forth. And some of, like, I'll talk back and forth with some people that contact me. I don't go out of my way to talk to anyone else because I'm an introvert. So like if someone messages me, I do write back. I'm not rude. But I don't go out of my way, to message anyone, because I feel awkward. I'm really an introvert. But yeah, I thought that would be fun kind of to share. Oh, and before you guys are like, ew, that's all expired makeup. Yeah, you can sanitize it with rubbing alcohol. So the thing is eyeshadow, it doesn't go bad. And like, I approach my makeup the way I approach food. I'll smell it. If it smells okay, I'll taste it. If it tastes okay, I'll eat it. I don't pay attention to the date on anything. All right. Excuse me. And I do the same thing with my cosmetics. If they smell fine, then I won't taste them or eat them. I mean, all right, maybe that was a bad analogy, but like, you can feel them, the texture of them will change. And I've only had one eyeshadow palette ever go bad on me. And when your eyeshadow goes bad, it smells like dirt. If you know what dirt smells like mud in the backyard, that's what eyeshadow will smell like if it goes bad. And I'll tell you why it went bad. This is before I knew that you're not supposed to touch your eyeshadow with your fingers. Like, you'll see influencers all over the internet swatching eyeshadows with their fingers. No, you don't do that. When you do that, you introduce the sebum, that's the natural oils that your skin produces, into the powdered product, and oils can go rancid, and that's when your eyeshadow goes bad. By touching it. Don't touch it. Just don't. And sanitize it. If you know you've had it for a while, spray it down with some rubbing alcohol and sanitize it, and you'll be fine. You can use it for essentially forever. Okay? Because I still use mine. And that's another reason why I couldn't really do the whole makeup tutorial thing, is how are you supposed to do a tutorial with products that you can't really buy anymore? And I was like kind of like embarrassed of it, because I have like these old nail like makeup products, and I'm like, oh, I can't do this. People are gonna like chew me out for it, right? So I am kind of embarrassed about it, but at the same time I'm not embarrassed about it. I don't know. All right. So that was fun, don't you think? All right. See you guys later. Bye.